Here we go. Oh! Oh, nice!
Oh, yeah!
All right, guys, so we got the River 119 tied down. I've had a love affair with creeks and rivers my whole life, and today I get to share it with one of the best in the game. So for the longest time, I've wanted to hook up with this guy, John Dalton, who creates these amazing creek fishing adventure videos. Now, he had recently picked up a Bonafide RVR 119, and it didn't take much arm twisting to get John to agree to jump on the river.
I like creek fishing because it's always changing. It's usually shaded. It's usually away from people. And I started looking for YouTubers that did a lot of creek fishing. And there was a few out there, but not a lot that really dove into like really small streams. So I kind of picked it up, started making videos for fun. And now for 3.5 years, that's what I've done full time. I'm loving it.
I think that beaver decided he bit off more than he could chew. Look right here. Look how big that base is. He probably said, yeah, I'll find me a skinnier tree. One of my favorite things about river fishing is the uncertainty component. When we headed to Locust Fork, we had no idea what we were getting into. And that uncertainty kind of compounded when we floated for the first 45 minutes to an hour. And not only did we not catch a fish, we didn't even see a fish. So we were already starting to second guess ourselves. We might ought to just put our head down and there we go. I was literally about to say, we should just put our head down and paddle. We rounded this one bend, and the rest of the trip was absolute pandemonium. Here we go. It got to the point where everywhere we were casting, if we didn't get a fish on immediately, we were kind of like, man, what's going on? Because we've been 3 minutes without catching a fish. Oh my God. He's like, come on, let's go down the river.
Dang, it's one after another. This little pool here is loaded with fish.
Oh, dude, that was a big fish.
I got him.
Oh,
nice. That is a nice dude.
Nice.
Ooh, man, these are some really good river fish today.
Dude, I got another one.
Oh, Chad's hooked up.
Oh, this is a real good fish. Oh, yeah, bro.
Man.
Dude, he's doing everything but pulling a knife on me to get back to that treetop.
They don't care. They're just wild and gonna eat whatever they want to eat.
They're just mean. Oh, yeah. God, that's a pretty fish right there.
16 3/4. Really nice spotted bass. And of course, these are older river fish. You want to take care of these guys. Let's go ahead and put them back in. Man, it's been slow. We've gone for an hour and a half, hardly caught anything. Last 10 minutes, we've had 2 or 3 really good bites.
So there's a bunch of different ways you can approach fishing a creek. You can hike in to specific pools. You can wade right down the middle of the creek fishing upstream, or you can do my favorite thing, which is to jump in the kayak and float from pool to pool to pool. Hop out of your kayak and use your kayak as kind of like a hybrid set of waders. It's that perfect 1-2 punch that allows you to find those fish that maybe have never seen a lure or a person. Get out of here, dude. Oh my God.
That's bigger. Oh
my. Look at this thing. Bro, look at that. Dude, that's a big river spot.
That is a big spot.
Holy crap, look at that thing. Look how they light up. If I could get my skin tattooed like that, I would. All right, we're gonna get this guy back in the river. Take off, buddy. Do your thing. God. All right, well, I can just put my feet up now and just float, and I'm good.
Yeah, you're done, right?
I'm done.
That's a pretty good way to end it.
Chad Hoover Fishing is brought to you by North Alabama Mountain Lakes Tourist Association. Plan your next adventure at northalabama.org. Here we go. Taking it for a walk. Round to this side of the boat. Come on over here, buddy. Bink. Oh, oh. Don't go fishing by waterfalls. Something, 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 something. I don't know any of the other words. Blah, 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 blah.
Now we know any of these places there could be 20-inch fish, and there's lots of good ones, and that's one thing I love about the Alabama bass. They just get big in some smaller waters. There's one, and there could be a bunch of them. Oh, good one, good one.
If you ever ask yourself, hey, is John, is he like a hardcore, like super serious fisherman? And the answer to that question is just look over there. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's hardcore. What I meant was, does he take time to soak in the little things?
So as far as fishing the creeks, I kind of started out only wading. In the last 2 or 3 years, I've really gotten into kayaks, and now they have the kayaks like this Bonafide RVR that's like for this type of stuff.
So the thing that Bonafide Kayaks does is they make specialized watercraft. They make boats specifically designed for specific purposes, and the RVR was designed specifically for river fishing. So it has some integrated design concepts. It has some hull performance characteristics for advanced river kayak fishing. Little rock bass. I'm telling you, if these things get to be 4 pounds, you couldn't swim in these waters. All right, guys, so let's take a second and look at how I've outfitted my Bonafide RVR 119 for this river fishing adventure. So this paddle boss pulls double duty. You can slide your paddle under here, but it also serves to keep your rod tips separated and organized so that when you're going through skinny water or trees or things like that, your rod tips don't get pulled off to the side. You know, coming on back, I have a kayak cushion to add a little bit of extra comfort. The seat is adjustable, so it allows you to really trim the boat out for how you like it to perform. Whether you fish in tournaments or you just like to record your catch for your personal satisfaction, the integrated catch board stager is pretty sweet. It's lower on one side than the other, and you can actually use it on top of the rod so that when you catch a fish, you don't have to move all your rods to take a photo. One thing that is really cool is that they set a second spot up in the boat. So there's a hole under the seat, and then the board locks in place perfectly out of the way. Probably the coolest feature on this boat and on any river boat that I'm aware of is the integrated anchor wizard. The line actually runs internal to the boat so that when you open this up, it allows you to lower the anchor down. So when you're turning that eddy and you want to drop the anchor in hold position, it's right there by your seat, easy to access. The tank well on this boat is super big. It's big enough for the biggest black pack out there, but I have found that either the 13 by 13 or 13 by 16 is ideal. I mounted one of the new Gridlock mounts on the top so that my Yak Attack Portrait Pro will be used to mount my GoPro dead center. So that way, no matter which way I cast or which way I hook the fish, I get a good vantage point of it. So guys, the thing about this river platform is you can truly make it yours. You can motorize it, you can put power poles on it. The sky's the limit when it comes to rigging this thing, but for this river fishing adventure, I really wanted to go with the essentials. There you have it, that's my setup for the Bonafide RVR 119. Now it's time to get back to the water. You know, one of the biggest dangers when it comes to river fishing is after you hook a good fish and it spins you, if you're sitting there fighting the fish and you're going downstream not looking where you're going and you're distracted, going downstream backwards can be a problem in some cases. For years, I've always put the anchor wizard way up front because I like to be able to reach it when I'm standing up. But having it right next to the seat and having the line integrated into the hull makes it nice for when you're going down the river and you stick your paddle in and you eddy out and you want to throw right upstream, but you also want to be able to hold position and not have to think about it. Makes that probably my favorite feature on the RVR 119. There's another one in that seam. So when you spin back around, drop your anchor and throw back where you just caught one. There's usually another one waiting right behind him. Oh, come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. All right, guys, we got about one bend left before we make it to our takeout. I hope you guys have enjoyed this Alabama adventure. Listen, if you want to get out and try to get into some of these wild places, check out the Bonafide RVR 119, or as I like to call it, the river. Got to thank my good buddy John for showing up and helping finish this thing with an exclamation point. Again, guys, get out on the rivers, take care of them while you're there, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Hey, y'all, listen, North Alabama really is a place where fishing dreams come true. From top-notch guides to diverse fisheries to breathtaking scenery, head down to North Alabama where you can reel in the adventure of a lifetime. And they're good. Discover unparalleled access to pristine waters loaded with everything from crappie to catfish to bass. So whether you're looking to load your cooler or catch a trophy, plan your next adventure by heading over to northalabama.org.